Go for it.
Welcome, everyone, as we're here to kick off another exciting season of Realm of Racing here at Bahrain. With many confident fast drivers returning and a few new names to the grid this year, we're looking forward to seeing how it will all unfold. This will be round 1 of 24. Each round will consist of a short quali followed by a 50% race. First up on the calendar, of course, as mentioned, Bahrain. A very nice track for racing with 3 DRS zones on this 3.6-mile circuit with 15 turns, most notable turn 10, a hairpin that leads straight into the second DRS zone. And of course, turn 5, 6, and 7, a very tricky downhill S section. And of course, with me in the booth, Hunter. How you doing today?
Yes, sir. I'm excited. First round of the second season of ROR, so I'm pumped. We got a packed grid. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be really interesting. Do you have any early picks for maybe a winner today?
Well, for tonight, let's see. Honestly, I feel like for some reason Groovy might be back in his form. I know the first season he was kind of unstoppable for quite a while there and stuff, but we'll see if he can get back on form or not and stuff. But I feel like the Williams team might be very strong this season.
Yeah, I did notice. I mean, one maybe argument against that is Milky on his very first lap actually spun at turn 2.
Okay, I was not loaded in at that point.
So I got that on camera, but you were doing your intro literally while he spun. So
there's early picks.
It's better to get those spins out of the way early. So
yes,
no, I'm on board with. Bio currently looks like he's about to start a fast lap as Power Up does the first lap. Milky also does a lap. Obviously, that isn't gonna be too competitive, a 144.9. But on board with Bio, as I said, I'm kind of still getting used to all the controls, with like the spectator menu and all that stuff. It's still kind of weird to get used to.
Yes.
But no, I'm very intrigued because obviously the new faces, Power Up for one, Routine Lick, Rua, David. There's a lot of new faces,
drivers,
and there's a lot of
fast faces out there that I forgot to mention.
And
You're
then,
right.
And then some of the veterans, Nat, Milky, of course the former champion TC, or I guess current champion
TC,
Total Carney,
defending champ.
And Gelfie as well, who's always been a strong racer. So
100.
Lots
he
of
is
returning guys here.
Top tier for sure. Top tier driver out there.
As you can see, Bio's trying to get all of the tow from that car, trying to get out of the way. But he's going through. Looks like this little windy part. Now this is a very interesting section. For some people, it's flat out. For some people, they're saying that it's a small lift. So. It does look to cause some issues this year.
Yes, for sure. I feel like you can run it flat out, but it is very dangerous, though. You are on, you could be on edge the whole time, and any little not smooth on your steering wheel going sliding. That is for sure.
Io pops into P2 with a 125 for Jonathan Dunk. One of the subs for today puts in pole time 125.3. So a very good time from him. It looks like nobody else is on track to put in a lap. Maybe the Alpha Tower, Krusty or T. That's a very odd name to say, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, Krusty T65.
Oh, he's off. Can he keep it out of the wall? He keeps it out of the wall.
And he's got some damage, but...
He does tap the wall, but...
he's got a car behind him. Okay, he does not
getting too much damage, thankfully.
Very smart there to keep it. And is he gonna go ahead and? Oh, he's just gonna wait. Okay,
yeah,
I thought he was gonna retire.
He's got a couple of cars passing. All these cars are not on quick laps.
Very heady driver.
Still. Turn on the track map real quick.
Yeah, it looks like got a few on some outlaps. Routine and Joe and J-Mick all on outlaps now.
So we got a little bit of a gap here. So it's Jonathan Dunk and Bio up top. Separating them is just under a tenth and a quarter. And then you've got Carney and Groovy behind just about by 6/10. Rua in 5th, Canadian Necktie in 6th, Gelfie in 7th, and I mean, that rounds out our top 7. Not many things too surprising. I think the most surprising thing here is David in P11. Not with the best of laps, but it's the first of 3, so.
Looks like he tried to set one on mediums and was not able to get in there just quite quick enough yet. We'll see if the times improve.
Yeah, you are right. It can be difficult in short quali to try and put that lap in on the mediums. You know,
Yes.
Short quali is really, it's basically a Q3. I mean, it's 3 goes and you're done. So it's pretty tough to, put in a competitive time. Azor's on his out lap. I'm interested to see what he's able to do. It looks like he wanted to wait, or maybe he invalidated. I'm not too sure. But I didn't see him out on track earlier, so maybe just waiting for the track to evolve a little bit.
Rua is he on a hot lap? Oh, yep, he just invalidated right there.
Oh, Rua did a. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah,
I'm not sure
Azor's on 0 laps, so it's definitely his first lap. Let's see what Azor can do. He won our race during preseason, so I'll be interested to see, obviously, what he can do.
Started from what was it, 10th or 11th place, and was able to finish first. Amazing drive out there.
I'm getting a glitch on Nat. It's like switching him between intermediates and wets. Okay, now it's on mediums. I don't know what's going on.
Nat with a very interesting strategy to start off with.
It was flickering like really quickly. I was like, what is this? I don't know about that one. But
this team still got a few.
Putting in his time, it looks very clean and tidy so
here
far.
Here comes 5, 6, and 7 right here. As I was mentioning, this downhill section,
very difficult part of the track.
You do not want to run too much of the curve, or you will go sliding.
Well, a little bit oversteery it looks.
Had to make an extra correction there. We'll see how he goes into turn 10 here.
That looked tidy. That looked nice.
Yes, very nice exit. DRS open.
Got a Haas ahead of him. Hopefully, they do get out of the way. If not, hopefully they don't end up in the way.
Yeah, it's very difficult sometimes to avoid traffic when you got outlap cars who are just trying to get, and they got to make sure they stay out of the way, and you're running your hot lap and stuff. Sometimes can be very tricky.
Right. And while we were watching Azor, J-Mac actually popped into 3rd place, 2/10 behind Jonathan Dunk.
Oh, nice. J-Mac running a 1:25.6.
Interested to see what Azor puts in here. Let's see. He
drops it up into P7.
Not the greatest time, I think. I think he'll be disappointed with that one.
For sure. I wonder, a couple of their corrections there cost them a little bit.
Let's see. Who's
like,
on the lap?
Like Canadian is letting the car go by as he's getting ready for his out lap.
Oh, yeah.
Or he's on his out lap getting ready for his hot lap here.
It looks like he made a little special helmet. His helmet looks really nice, like perfect color matching there. I love that helmet.
We noticed last race,
looks great.
He rode around for a few laps without his helmet, which is
that was
very
David.
Dangerous.
Yes, that was incredible.
That was David. Okay, you're right. Correction. Yes, that was David.
Canadian just invalidated on turn 2. Or on the, I guess you could say on the turn 3 curb. That one's a real tough one. If you get on that curb, it's hard to not unsettle a little bit and possibly, just drift out wide. So, easy mistake made there. So he's gonna have to scrap that lap.
Same goes for Not So Vapor. He just invalidated as well. Let's see if anybody else is on a lap. See, David, is he out on a lap 2 again?
I think Total Carney might be. Is he on a lap on the medium? Surely not.
Looks like.
Okay, no, he's on the softs.
Okay, it's giving me the glitch too. It's telling me mediums, but now he comes by on softs.
Milky hops into P2. We just missed that lap.
Wow.
0.05. Oh, wow. Okay, so it looks. Okay, so I just glitched a little bit. Well, Jonathan actually improved his lap. Now goes at 10th. Just over a 10th above Milky's P2 time. So interesting here. Carney, I'm checking in with Carney here. He's starting his it looks like a hot lap here. Going through turn 2 right now. Well, he doesn't look like he's pushing.
Hard to tell. Oh, nope, DRS is staying closed here.
Okay, so yeah, he's not pushing there.
And is the car who
Let's
just
check in.
passed
It
him
looks like
there? Was that
Groovy.
Groovy? Okay.
Let's see what Groovy's up to. He's going through the windy section now, sector 2. But he even hit. He's flashing. I'm wondering if maybe even he may not be on a lap either. Yeah, it
That's what
doesn't
I'm
look like he's
curious
pushing.
too.
It is tough
No,
to see who is
the
pushing
very
and who
tell.
isn't.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean, look at this field. I mean, the top 12 all separated by a second. That's very close times here.
For sure, for sure. The top 7 all breaking the sub 120 or 126. Let's see if anybody else is out on a hot lap
I
now.
think I've missed
see.
just about every hot lap today.
I think Golfy could be on one now. I think he's about to finish one or start one.
See, it does kind of look
He's
like
coming
he's
around
pushing.
turn
Let's see.
15.
Does turn on the
The
DRS.
DRS
He goes
is
only
open.
in a P8. Or was he already in P8? Maybe he's just starting his now.
Yeah, I think he was starting his. I think he
Okay,
was already
okay.
in P8.
Let's take
Right
a look
along.
here then.
Got a
Going
Ferrari
through turn
behind him
2.
too.
Keeps it rather safe. Doesn't really use too much curbing. But it doesn't look like he's pushing. No, he's not pushing. He's not pushing.
Oh, okay, he pulls off to the side. Pulls off.
Okay, so everybody is in
by.
the pits. So, Jesus. It's just missing,
I guess
missing all
routine
the
is
laps.
the only. Yeah,
David
this
also
is very
shoots in the
hard.
P3.
Wow, and David goes ahead and throws up a 125.4. So the times are staying roughly the same so far. They've
Yeah, they're not
improved a tiny
improving
bit,
too
but
much.
not much though.
I mean, it is one to technically point out that Jonathan Dunk and Crustier T in the AlphaTauri's are not actual participants in the league. They are subs this weekend. 2 guys could not make it. So, let's say things were to stay exactly like this, and we were to end the race like this as well. Milky would technically have 25 points in the bag of P1. So, even if Jonathan comes in here and wins the race, whoever finishes P2 will technically have the win. So that is something to keep in mind. The subs won't be collecting points for the actual constructor.
Okay. Yep, that is something to be aware of for sure. Let's see if anyone. I don't see. I see Bio out on a.
Yeah.
Okay, routine is starting a lap now.
No, it sucks. It doesn't even tell me how much time. Okay, never mind. We got 2 minutes and 45 seconds left, so we're winding down here. It's getting down into the last few laps.
And routine, but the moment into turn 1, he started his lap and he almost spins it right into the Haas in the turn 1 there. So he's gonna have to abandon this lap.
Checking in with Bio. It does look like he's about to start a fast lap here.
That beautiful Alfa Romeo
It's
car
beautiful
there.
in the lights, especially, yeah. DRS
Approaching
on, going
turn
through
1
turn
there.
1. Yeah. See how much curbing he takes. Doesn't take too much. Keeps it safe. Sometimes it's better to go that route.
I was gonna say turn 1, 2, and 3 right there. Definitely super tricky there. If you ride them curves and get on the gas, you can be very antsy sometimes. You feel like you're losing a little bit too if you're being too cautious, but you don't want to lose it though. There's only 2 minutes left.
He pulled out of this lap. Yeah, he pulled out of that lap. So he might be rearing up for another one here. Let's see who else is on a lap. Rua might be in here putting in a lap.
We're in a minute 30 left, so we'll see how many
time.
people get a lap in again. I see Tito is on an out lap too as well. So is J-Mick is on another out lap.
I mean, this is extremely competitive. I'm actually
DRS
very
is
impressed.
open.
Let's see if Rua improves. So it looks like Rua is either going on to that. It's saying his tire's got a lap, so this should be his hot lap.
Yeah, he's starting his hot lap right now, going through turns 1, 2, 3. DRS open.
Turns the DRS on. This is looking very tidy.
Turn 4 there, very tricky. You want to. Everyone has a different line there.
To go, yeah.
Yeah, especially with in a quality situation because you don't want to invalidate. Just trying to push a little bit too much there when you're, especially with a minute 30 left, and we're.
I mean, we've got like a gaggle of cars, and in the middle of sector 2 here, so it could get a
Yes.
little bit ugly with
Oh,
things.
and it looks
The
like a
Haas is
few
getting out
cars
the
are.
way, I think.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Hopefully. I'm
Still
staying
a
on
long.
board with Rua.
Yeah, but Rua.
I'm really hoping he's able to put in a good lap here. I've got a lot of faith in this kid.
Oh, he's got some cars in front of him, though. I
Oh,
wonder
the
if he's.
Haas,
Oh, and
the
there's a
McLaren
McLaren goes
spinning.
around right in front of him.
It
Oh,
doesn't
he's gonna stay
affect
out
him
the
too
way,
much.
though.
It doesn't affect him.
Okay, good.
Maybe a little bit distracting though. See here, going to the last turn, using all the possible track he can. DRS on. No,
And he's gonna go into the
he aborts
pits
it.
there.
He aborts it. So
Wow.
Tito is invalidated.
Now I
Gelfi,
wonder
go on.
if because he's in P10. I wonder if he feels like somebody's gonna beat his time and he wants to choose tire choice here and plays a little bit of strategy.
Oh, we've got a
I think
retirement.
West Echo is gonna retire.
I'm looking to see Milky might be on a quick lap here. I'm not too sure. I can never really tell.
I know it's even when I try to change to onboard, it doesn't.
Bio
It's
takes
kind of
pole.
hard to tell. Wow,
time
Bio
being.
drops it on 125.1.
Jonathan
And he's
is
on
on a
provisional
fast lap
pole
though.
right now.
Jonathan is on a fast lap. He's going through the third sector now.
See, his first he had a 103 through 2 sectors. Let's
I don't
see
know
what
if
he
he's
can
up
do.
on the Delta. I can't get a sneak peek. See what
And
he's gonna
is
do
he
across
gonna
the
put it
line.
on
He does
there? He
improve.
puts it
Just
back
barely. Oh wow! By
What a gap.
13 hundredths of a second. That's insanely close. Insanely close.
And
We still
Milky's
got a couple people.
finding-
Milky coming across the line now.
Let's see if he can improve or not. He is still.
He does, but it's not good enough. Still a tenth and a half
Yes.
off. Let's check in with David. David's in the third sector.
Round and around.
Let's see here. I think if there's anybody that can possibly sneak one in, it might be David. But I think he might be. I don't know if he's still pushing. It kind of looked like
I
he
think
pulled
he's
out of it last
pushing.
second.
He
Third.
is. He puts it on
puts it
third.
on third.
On the
Just
second row of the grid.
what a
Wow.
display from these guys in the
And
first
TC's
race.
gonna overjump Milky too as well. A 125.2 for TC.
I think that's a wrap as well.
Oh, and that the Mercedes
Wow!
puts it on 2-2.
Wow!
125.16.
I don't know what to say. It's a tenth between our top four.
Yes.
And 2/10
Very
between our top
close.
6. That's absolutely
It looks like
incredible.
everybody is finished now.
Wow. I mean,
Wow, what a quality session.
I'm kind of speechless right now. I did not expect it to be that
Quite.
close. That close.
I was gonna
Like,
say,
look at these.
Quite that close.
Jonathan Dunk taking first place with a 125.159. Nat in P2 just barely missing out on pole by
Whoa.
8 thousandths with the 125.16. Bio
Even
in
Bio
third.
right there too.
Right.
a 10.
I mean, it's incredibly close. David in fourth place for the Aston Martin. Total Carney in fifth. Milky in sixth. Azure V6 in seventh. J-Mick in eighth. Groovy Javi in ninth. Gelfi in 10th. Tito in 11th. Rua in 12th, Canadian Necktie in 13th. A kind of a surprise for me, at least. Canadian not having the best
I
qualifying.
was gonna say I am a little shocked about that one. Him being back there, and which honestly, I won't be shocked though if he does a very impressive race. Though he's gonna have tire choice,
Right.
and I'm sure he's still going to have a very impressive race. He's a very seasoned, heady driver.
I mean, my only hope now. It looks like
and
Thunder's
Thunder
left.
has. Oh no.
Let me go ahead and send
Has
him an
he
invite
have-
just in case.
Yes. Are we having internet issues
I
here?
hope not.
A very unfortunate time to
Oh, I can't
have
wait.
one right prior to the race. Yeah, it's making me wait. It won't let me either.
Yeah, it's like that's annoying.
Mm-hmm.
And my shit shut off. Oh, damn.
which there is a formation lap, so maybe hopefully we could get him
Okay,
back
I got
in
him. I got him an
prior.
invite just now.
Okay, hopefully we can get him back prior to the race starting.
It looks like the formation lap is beginning, so yeah, we hope that Thunder can get back into the race. Here for some reason it's got me. I was about to say it only had me in the cockpit cam, even though I was in broadcast. But yeah, this is gonna be
That would
one
be a tough way to
hell of a
watch
race.
the whole race.
Not Sir Vapor
Yes,
in 14th. Thunder is in that 15th spot. Routine Lick 16th. Joe in 17th. Krustier T 18th. Power Up and West Echo rounding out the grid in 19th and 20th. So it's gonna be interesting off the line. I mean, Nat.
Yes.
Nat isn't necessarily. I mean, Nat is actually pretty notorious for getting pretty quick starts, especially with him being on a controller. I mean,
Yeah, I was gonna say he's one of the few controller players that we have who, for some reason, the controller players all seem to have great starts, and so I don't know if there's some advantage to that.
Right,
or not,
right.
but.
I mean, and even I think, depending on safety car situations, strategy is going to be super interesting.
There is a little bit of a run down into turn 1, and then another straightaway right after the first couple of turns. So we'll see what happens off the line here.
Boys have to get through turn 2 safely, though. That's a very hard. There's no ghosting, so it can be a difficult turn to navigate.
There could be carnage. So yeah, everybody's got to keep a very heady mind, and we'll see how it goes today. I'm curious on your thoughts on what the strategy might be. Do you think it is a one-stop or potential two-stop for some?
I think it can be kind of tough to do the one-stop, but I know that in my league race that the soft to hard was going to be the main strategy, but it just so happened that safety cars made it so that we didn't have to do one-stops. But soft to hard is possible. However, I think a lot of these boys are going to attack the two-stop. I think they're going to take the safer approach, especially with it being the first race. I think the two-stop will probably be the route for most of them, but we'll see. It'll be very interesting.
Softs seem to wear out very quick on this game so far.
You have to be very careful on your qualifyings, like on your in and out laps, because yeah, it does get pretty bad with the wear. I've started with 15% wear before, so it gets intense. But it looks like we've got the 5 lights on and we're getting ready to go.
The lights are rising and the lights are out.
I'm having
but they're not
it looks
moving.
like I'm lagging. I don't know what's going on.
Thunder somehow is in first place. I don't know if he jumped the start
Thunder,
or what.
I don't know. I think Thunder might be.
Start.
It might be some lagging going on for Thunder, but everybody seems to make it through turn 1 cleanly. I think maybe a little bit of contact from J-Mick and Milky. J-Mick lagging a little bit by chance.
As the McLaren's going to try to dip
front
down to
two
the
guys
inside.
are going side by side. Nat just having a little peek. They are very close to each other. Hopefully.
Yes. Oh, Nat had to break up
yeah,
there.
He did have to keep it just clean. Now for Romeo, now having a look. Bio still on his side.
Is he going to pull
They're going side by side. Nat does leave the space.
Bio's
good racing. This is very tight. This is very tight.
10.
Oh,
where they took.
Nat gets the run.
Close.
Nat goes off track.
Nat runs wide.
Oh, the stewards might want to have a look at that one, but I think Bio has the run.
The position.
Bio might have the run here, though. We'll see. No, I think Nat does keep the place. Great racing from them.
Yes.
And it looks like Thunder is now getting passed here by the leader. That is a very odd. I don't know if that's his bot or if that is actually Thunder having joined back.
Sure about that, and it looks like the cars are going around him now, so this is going to be very interesting here because now he is up front and there's a lot of cars behind him here.
It doesn't look like he received a penalty.
There's no penalties.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I see no drive-through, so he either had a start, the most godly start I've ever seen, or there is some glitching going on here.
And even, it's annoying because I put my leader for the timing screens up and it just nothing comes up, so I have to be on the interval. I don't know how far back exactly Nat is, but it does look like J-Dunk has formed a little bit of a gap as West Echo picks up a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pits, and Joe is also in the pits, so obviously something they must have picked up damage at some point.
Oh, and West Echo is going to pick up a 5-second speeding penalty. got a little too greedy going into the pits.
So I think the closest battle right now, Jamie. I'm not sure.
Jameik's gonna run
okay, no,
wide.
it's lag.
Okay.
He's still on track.
Wow, this is gonna.
But the battle for P5, 6, and 7 now is very interesting, and I'm still just wondering here, how does Thunder not have a penalty?
And he is all the way at the P5, and he was in P15 to start this race. So we're definitely eventually we're gonna get some clarity on that. But for now,
I guess we will see.
The McLarens seem to be having a very good start so far.
A team that I thought would obviously have much more success, the Alpines, down in P8 and 9. I'm not too sure what happened there. TC, I guess. TC really didn't have the best of qualifying. He put in a really good second lap. It looks like Routine has just actually DNF'd. I'm not sure what happened there, but not a good start for him either. So a couple guys just not having the best of starts.
And his car is still on track racing, so we're not sure about that one yet.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm surprised about that. And it looks like Golfy is gonna make a nope. He's gonna dip back inside. Thought about making a move.
Well,
on
TC looks like he's made a mistake. He's
TC
gone wide.
Wide though. So
Power Up has retired.
And he's gonna lose 2 places now.
There's gonna be a virtual safety car.
Oh, and okay, what happened here?
Power Up
There's a car.
looks like he went off
at
turn 2.
And wow, he is out.
It's been kind of chaotic in this first first 3 laps. We've kind of been a little bit of everywhere, but it looks like we've still kind of kept the same positions up front in terms of P1 J Dunk, P2 Nat, P3 is still Bio, and David is in P4. So again, we don't have clarity on what happened here with Thunder, but maybe we'll figure that out.
I see the marks for Power Up, and he definitely ran all the took a little too much curb there, and you can see his marks went straight into the wall.
It looks
coming
like
out of turn 2.
We're back to green light. And I'm interested to see. There's a little bit of a gap forming between Milky and Thunder, but it'll be interesting to see if Milky can close that gap up and possibly get into the first or in the top 5.
He's got DRS open now. Let's see if he can. Which Thunder has DRS
Looks like David's going for a move on Bio. David does get the move done on Bio with the DRS open.
Clean move.
They're staying pretty close, so Bio might try to. Bio might try to go for the
back.
move.
Is he going to fight back here into turn 4? He's going to look for it.
They're coming up to the Mercedes as well, so
he's not going to go for it.
A very interesting battle here.
Yeah, they're approaching Nat very fast here. David has made up quite a bit of time on Nat, even though Jonathan Dunk has seemed to be starting to drive away.
Starting to check out, And to me, this is one thing I think it's always been kind of notorious with the controller players is you can be extremely quick, for the first 3 or 4 laps, but it seems like the tire it's much more difficult to manage those tires. So Nat's gonna have a huge horde of racers behind him with the DRS chilling behind him, so it'll be interesting to see how he manages his ERS. He's already down to 24%, whereas David's got 60 and Bio's got 54. So and
David's on the attack right here. Used a little bit of ERS. They're trying to close the gap for DRS. Right here. He's got the DRS zone coming down the main straightaway.
He's using the ERS. Yeah. Let's see if he's able to get this move done.
Oh, and he's not even going to attempt to use the toe. Matt just trying to get
move. Now he hops into it.
Oh, and now he's going to
go on the inside.
All the way down to the inside.
Close racing. Does David have it? I think they might. Gets pushed out wide a little bit on the curb. Oh, it's great racing. It's great racing. Great move from David.
Now,
I think Nat might be able to get back at him.
But he is not going to close it, though.
Not quite.
David is going to hold it off.
There's an Alfa Romeo on the inside as well.
And it looks like Thunder's fighting back here now, too. This little fight here.
This battle for P2, technically P1, is very interesting.
Correct. I forgot about that. This is technically potentially for the race lead and win.
For the first win of the season, yes. I mean, it's going to go down in the books as obviously a win for Jonathan, but As we said before, he is not involved in this championship.
Will not
So,
receive the full
as a
points.
official driver, maybe that will change. Maybe he'll come on as a permanent driver, but until then, he technically will not be taking these points. So, David in second place now, 4.5 seconds behind Jonathan. So, be interesting to see if he can make any sort of inroads towards him. As Bio also gets past Nat, so. Maybe Nat having some issues on those soft tires, also not really having much ERS to play with in these early rounds.
No, he's looked like he's drained quite a bit down to 9%. He's got DRS here, but I don't know if he's going to be able to close the gap quite enough here. And there's a yellow flag. Looks like somebody is off track here.
Yeah, it is. It was the AlphaTauri. So if Krusty or T, one of the subs, had a little bit of an off.
I cannot see if he has any damage or not, though. But it looks like they're back racing again. Milky is in the pits, so is Carney.
So it looks like a little bit of an early. That's a two-stop. That is committing to a two-stop. And as we see, Thunder.
It looks like Carney throws the hards on.
Interesting. Wow. So yeah, that is a interesting move. I don't know if those hards will make it. I think they'll make it, but I think it'll be very, very difficult.
How
with him later on.
Will they be
it's another virtual. It's a full safety car. It's a full safety car.
What happened here?
Biohazard. Oh no.
What? Bio is wrecked, and I don't see his car.
He's wrecked on. He must have gotten on that after the windy section in Sector 1. He must have got on the curb. He's almost straight on into the wall. I think there's a Mercedes passing him now. Oh man, yeah, his car is wrecked.
He is completely out.
That's unfortunate.
Oh no, and
full safety car.
Was having a very great race too.
This blows things wide open because a lot of people just pitted.
Milky just put mediums on, so Carney put the hards on now. So how far back are they though?
So who has the newest tires? So Milky is in 13th position with the newest tires. He has the mediums on, so it looks like he is gonna do a two-stop. So this really might have just helped him out quite a bit. He's going to have fresh mediums. It'll just depend on if he can even get back to the pits because they're under this VSC. So
I was gonna say,
he might not even gain any positions, which is
just
unfortunate.
Because of the timing, the delta. I don't know if he's going to be able to take full advantage of this.
So Thunder decides to stay out on the soft.
Sure.
Rua stays out on the mediums. Canadian also stays out.
Lead.
Interesting. So Jonathan puts on the hards, who we do believe to be in the lead right now. David also puts on the hards. With this safety car, I think the hards do become an easier route. I think they will make it.
Yeah, because I'm wondering how probably roughly 2 laps, because I see quite a bit. The cars are kind of spread out, so the safety cars kind of be out for at least a lap to 2 laps roughly.
So this does make things interesting. 3 DNFs so far. Biohazard, Routine Lick, and Power Up all have DNF'd.
And that's very unfortunate. Bio's having a strong start to the season right there. And, and it looks like is there another car stopped on track? West Echo is stopped on track, and he is going to DNF too. I
wonder why that is.
Under safety car conditions. Interesting. We'll have to get some clarity on that.
Not too sure what happened there, but either way, I mean, he was in last place. Maybe just something frustrating had happened to him. He may a gaggle of things may have just happened, and I actually think I see him typing away in the chat right now. But so Thunder currently in first place, leading his first laps of the season. And Rua sitting behind him, so the front 3 have not pitted, as we said before, whereas everybody behind them has pitted. And it looks like 6th through 10th have put on the mediums, whereas a lot of the other racers have chosen the hards.
Yeah, and that's going to be interesting here. Let's see. Is David on a new set of hard tires, or is that...
Yes, David's on a new set.
Oh, okay, wow. He is on a new set, and he is all the way up in 5th place here. Wow, he's positioned himself really nice under this safety car.
And I mean, this is something that I noticed I had a league race just the other day, and a safety car came out, and I didn't pit. But there wasn't even that large of a gap between me and the front 2 guys, and they pitted and came out directly behind me. So it's like if you have any sort of a gap, that delta, it seems like this year the delta really slows you down quite a bit more than in previous years, because if you pit during a safety car, you are almost guaranteed to lose some positions, it seemed like last year, whereas this year you're pretty solid. Like you might lose 2.
Yeah,
as long
the
as
delta
you're
has
not
definitely
in,
slowed
a
you down
DRS
quite
train or
a
something.
bit.
So.
And it's a lot of people sometimes very touch and go, especially under VSC. The delta, you don't want to risk it too early, and it's hard not to. Sometimes you want to push as much as you can. Obviously, we're racing out there, but you don't want to get a drive-through. Let's see here.
Yeah, surprisingly, I don't think there's any penalty. No penalties so far. So, boys keeping it real clean here. It looks like, is the safety car coming in? I don't think it's coming in quite yet.
No, it looks like the final car, looks like Crusher T is catching the back of the queue right now, so I wonder if they're going to bring it in or not. Looks like the lights are out on top of the safety car, so I wonder if that means
Yep,
that
safety car in this lap from race control.
And it looks like we're about to go back racing again as they're coming around turn 15 here. Thunder is going to be leading it. Rua and P2, Canadian at P3.
Doesn't seem like he's really backing up the pack much, so I think he's just going to end up, going as soon as he can.
And Thunder riding around with 100% ERS right now.
He is backing up the pack a little bit. Look how close Canadian is to Rua.
Is he going to make a move going down into
Thunder
turn
gets a
1
good
here?
start. He gets a good jump. There's going to be mayhem behind him, though. Oh, the McLaren getting a little bit.
He's going to dip down to the inside, but not going to make the move. The AlphaTauri's going to think about it. Jonathan Doug.
AlphaTauri goes around the outside. What a move.
And going to make the move stick on
Doug going
Canadian.
into third. And look behind him, Nat trying to make a move on the outside of the Alfa Romeo.
And they're still side by side going through here, and they're going to finally funnel back into turn 5 here.
So everybody getting through the first few turns cleanly, it looks like. Looks like there's still some intense battling back here for P6 with David and Gelfi.
Uh-oh, and Not So Vapor has wrecked. And Vapor is out of the race.
Oh, wow.
Another DNF. Vapor is going through. Going right
that is
before.
Unfortunate. So it doesn't look like there's going to be a safety car for that one.
And Thunder's still going to go ahead and lead him.
Thunder with a beautiful helmet, I must admit. This orange and purple mix-up. Oh, he spun it! He spun it! No!
He saves the car, but is he going to hit anybody else? No, he backs up.
Oh, watch the back damage!
Amazing save, though.
Rua hops into first now.
Mini Racers race right there with that move.
That is a
that's
very
so
unfortunate.
Move right there.
That was a big impact on the back, though.
But
I wonder
he almost
if he picked
took
up
out
damage.
all the leaders there. It looks like Jonathan Dunk's going to make a move going down the front straight away. Rua's going to try to fight back here. And Canadian's going to try to go down too.
Oh, man.
Nat's
both of them too
It.
wide.
Nat's going to go in it. Oh, they're close.
Nat gets the move done.
Kind
of aggressive. Nat spins! Nat spins!
And he's off.
Nat spins! Oh, and the McLaren as well! Oh my goodness, it's chaos.
Keep it going though. I think he does have damage. Definitely has some damage.
So Nat and J-Mick both having big offs in this lap. I mean, that just kind of blew the championship. They blew this race wide open as well. And I mean, so many guys right now in the midfield just having quiet races, but they're all so packed up together from P3 back.
Yeah, so we got even. It looks like Rua's still right there. He's almost in DRS, but he's just a little bit too far out of it. Canadian falling back just a tiny bit. Looks like he's about to make a charge, though.
Yeah, those mediums, I mean, they've been under safety car and a VSC, but still those mediums probably going to start to feel it there.
I think Golfi looks like he is closing the gap here on David. I don't know if he's going to be close enough here. I think DRS is it opening this lap or is that next lap?
It's open, I believe. Oh no, it's not. No, it's now enabled.
Okay.
It's now enabled.
Okay. So he's and David's thinking
Who is
about
that? Is that
making
David?
a move on
Yes,
Canadian.
David does get the move done on Canadian.
A
Oh, he's gonna get the
clean
switchback
move,
though.
He's gonna run wide.
Oh, they're gonna go 2x2. Canadian gets the better drive. He has DRS as well.
DRS as well.
Well, they all have DRS. It's 3 wide. Oh, he's gonna get sandwiched. He's gonna get sandwiched. He's gonna spin. No. Oh, it's chaos.
They spin around.
Oh.
Great driving there, though.
Milky's race
to avoid that.
Milky's race, no fault of his own, has just been ruined.
But Milky, oh no, so unfortunate there to be caught up in the carnage.
So Canadian in a move, I believe it was it TC, Carney, and I can't even remember, but it was 3 cars, 3 wide, and they just kind of came and squished Canadian in the middle.
3 wide in the turn 4 sometimes.
That's very tough. That's unfortunate. I mean, we've had some great racing, and it's only 11 laps in. Still a long way to go. Yes. 18 laps, so.
And Groovy and Carney, honestly, they were so close to having the same thing as Milky. They made a great moves there to avoid the carnage. I feel horrible for Milky, like you were saying, no fault of his own, and he gets swallowed up. And he was having a decent race too, but that's open unfortunate. But that's racing.
Yeah, it is. I mean, as I told them, no ghosting. So he seemed to have saved it, and then a racer was just coming around turn 3, and after that it was.
But he is still in the race though. So
he's going in the pits now. Canadian as well.
Oh, and that was a Okay, maybe it was just a glitch. Okay, it was glitching for me. Okay. Because the Alpine just ran into the wall to me, full speed. Like, wrecked hardcore and then spun around. But then now he's back on track, so never mind.
It does look okay. So, both of the Ferraris DNF'd. We have 1 Haas out, 1 Alfa Romeo out, and 1 Mercedes out of the race. So, only 15 drivers still racing, but still a lot of action here. Lot to be had here in these last 17, 18 laps.
For sure, and looks like Rua's still leading, but Golfi has closed the gap a whole bunch now with DRS, and he is thinking about making a move coming up here. I would be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if he makes the pass going down this front straightaway here.
And if Golfi can make this move rather soon, he's in a great position to at least get, this P2, technically P1 position, because. Oh, let's see. I think he's going to go for it. Yeah, he's going to have the toe.
Dip down to the inside.
But Aston Martin might actually make a move as well. Oh, it's going to be tight. It's going to be tight. Red Bull he's going to fight it. Oh, they make contact. They touch. A little bit of elbows out there from the Red Bull, not wanting to lose that position, but he's still, I think, losing the run. He does just enough.
That is exactly what Golfi wanted to see right there.
Yes, I mean, that's going to give him even more breathing space. And as I was saying, he's in a great position now because he pitted under that first safety car. So he's only on 5-lap-old mediums, and he can easily, run these through near the end.
And Azur's going to try to make the move too, and Azur goes around the outside of David here. So I wonder if David's fighting back. It looks like he's struggling to
David might have a little bit of. David might have some end plate damage from that move, from that contact.
Earlier. Yeah, because he looks to be falling back just a little bit now, just a tiny bit. I can't see any damage on his car from the visuals, but.
Looks like Krusty T is going for a move here on Joe. They make contact. The Alfa Romeo is spinning. It wasn't really the greatest of moves from Krusty T. If I'll be honest, he hits the inside. He hits the side pod of Joe. Just not the best turn to overtake into. I think he needed a little bit more patience there, but still on they go. No DNFs there. Joe still on hards.
In the points.
Yeah, Joe's still on those hards. He's on 10-lap hards, so.
And a McLaren and Thunder like spun it again.
David's getting his wing change, so he did get damage.
Okay, he did. Yep, and Thunder's having a little bit of trouble here now, getting back on track. There he goes.
Did Thunder have an off?
Yeah, he spun just a little
Oh
bit
man.
there.
So I mean, from leading the race at one point to unfortunately spinning,
Well,
it's
I
kind of
think
just
you were
going
right
downhill here.
about the rear wing when he backed up. I think he does have damage to that rear wing. It does look like it
Yeah.
could be tweaked a little bit, and that's probably affecting him quite a
I
bit
mean,
because I've noticed
we're only on standard here, but still, it's
that was
definitely
quite an
possible, and that's
impact.
not it's not fixable, not a repairable damage. So if you get that
No,
during the race, you're stuck with it.
yes. And Azure made a move too on Rua. I happened to miss that one, and so
Yeah, I
Azure's up in
did.
the P3, the podium positions.
Not to mention also Groovy sitting NP5 on the hards, pretty relatively new hards. So it looks like the Williams. They could have been on for something really, really good there until unfortunately Milky had it off. But I think Milky's going to be on that charge. He's on brand new mediums. Does look like he might have does have a 5-second penalty. Looks like he sped in the pits.
Yep, got a little greedy there, which is understandable. I'm sure he was quite frustrated with that. Was having a very good race and having to just come around the corner at the wrong time, nowhere to go.
Right, and I'm having a hard time keeping track of all these spins. It's Milky's had a spin. Obviously, due no fault of his own. J-Mix had a spin. Nats had a spin. I mean, it's just been, it's definitely been some adventures out there, to say the least. But
Oh, for sure.
yeah, no, Gelfie chilling right now, 2 seconds. Looks like about a second and a half, I should say, ahead of Azure.
Ito goes in front right there of Carney.
Looks like Carney's got damage. Carney definitely has damage. You can see his wing,
He
his end
does.
plate.
He does. So there must have been a moment there because now Joe goes by
Joe
as
goes
well.
ahead.
Joe up into 6th place.
Joe having a great race. Joe having an
Yes,
absolutely
sir.
stellar race right now. He hasn't pitted yet. Well, he has pitted once. He pitted on lap 3, so that was just before
He was an
the
early
safety
pitter.
car.
Early
Right.
pitter. Okay.
But that may have helped him because that gave him a couple laps to
And a car is
reel in the gap.
off. We got
Who is
another
that?
car off, and it's a virtual safety car.
Oh
A
boy,
full safety car.
that's Milky. Milky's out. Milky
and
is
Milky
out of the race.
retires it.
So the pack yet again is going to be brought in.
So just like we were
tight
saying,
together.
now Joe's coming around there. Now is he gonna go ahead and pit
He
right
should go
now?
in
This
and
could
pit.
play-
He should go and try and
this
put
could
on the
play
mediums.
Beautiful to him.
He is going to go into the pits. I pray he puts on those mediums because if he puts on the mediums, he should be able to make those mediums last. So it should be about 14 to 13 laps that he'd have to. He does put on the mediums. Joe is
Whether
on
they go
for
by
a
green.
great race right now. I'm very, very excited to see what he's able to do. He's going to come
Yes,
out
sir.
in about P9 or 10. It looks like he puts on the mediums that he had on before, maybe, because it's saying that those mediums are 2 laps old for some reason. So I'm not sure what's up there,
Interesting,
but
'cause I
either
don't
way,
remember
he
him
doesn't have to pit
running
again.
laps.
Oh no!
Oh, and is
Ooh.
he gonna?
Okay, all right,
he's
just
gonna keep
making
the
sure.
position.
I was a little bit worried. I was hoping
no
that they
one
didn't
else.
try to overtake.
It looks like the safety car is
So
queued
Jonathan's
right
gonna
there.
stay out. Gelfie
Oh
is gonna
no!
put on. What's happened?
Joe has a drive-through penalty for speeding under safety car.
Oh.
Just like we were saying
No,
earlier, the
commentator's
Delta is
curse
so
has hit him so
crucial.
hard.
Oh,
Oh man. So he's gonna have to serve that drive-through after the safety car is done. So that's so unfortunate. But I was just saying though that Jonathan chose to stay out. Okay, so now Jonathan goes into the pits. He should have
okay. So the leader is
space
gonna pit,
to come back out in first, I believe.
like you
We'll
were saying
see
earlier, with the way that Delta is this year.
Oh yeah, he's definitely
definitely
gonna
should be
come
able to
out
keep
back
the
in
lead.
first here, so he'll be fine. I was about to say that he was possibly
Oh no,
at
and
risk.
Groovy with the drive-through penalty too. Oh no, the
man.
Williams. So that's quite interesting though, because
I wonder
the
how
safety
that's
car was
happening.
queued there. The safety car seems to be
Groovy is-
queued.
Joe, I wonder
Oh,
what's going
no.
on here. Groovy also just passed. What's going? I'm kind of confused here. What's going on? So Groovy just passed the Red Bull for some reason. I'm not too sure what's going on. Yeah, he's continuing to get drive-through?
Yeah, they're.
Is this a glitch?
Yeah, on mine it's saying he has a drive-through, but
Is it saying that he's gotten like 3?
if he's got wow, if he has 3
Like it's
drive-throughs,
come
then
up
he
like
might as
3
well
times
retire.
on mine. So I'm not too sure what's going on
That would
here.
be quite the penalty there. I'm not sure how fast he was going to receive 3 drive-through penalties, but
So I mean, this race has kind of just been flipped on its head. Obviously, Joe disqualifies somehow. I'm not sure how that happened. Milky obviously out of the race. There's been now 6 DNFs out of the 20, so it's actually 7 DNFs out of the possible 20. So it's been I don't even know what to say. It's been pretty hectic though.
yes, some close racing so far, very close racing, and I wonder if that's why a lot of these DNFs are happening, because this track, especially like turn 5, 6, 7, that S section, where most of these spins and DNFs have been happening, the dirty air is so affected the cars, and they've been racing very close today.
Right.
Pack has been, so that could be crucial this year.
But I mean, it is round 1, and hopefully, some lessons are learned. That yeah, you might need to change a few ways that you race because, yeah, there's just been, I mean, I think Bio was the most unfortunate because it really was just his fault, and I think Groovy's making a mistake here by trying to serve that drive-through under the safety car, so that might also kind of screw him over.
It disappears
he's gonna go in DNF.
for him though.
He's gonna go in DNF.
Okay, that's why.
So yeah, I think he's given up on this race. Or
feels
did he
that
just
that
put
was a
on
little bit too much.
offs and come back?
No, he DNF'd
Okay.
on mine too.
Okay.
He felt like that was a little too strong because you were saying the same thing for Joe. He was gonna have to wait until safety car went in, so it was gonna have to be under green and everyone's queued up. But the way things have been going right now, there could be another safety car after we go green again, for all we know.
Let's see here.
And the safety car lights, they're still on. I don't see why.
So it doesn't look like it's coming
there's
in
a car.
this.
I see a car in turn 1 and 2. Is that?
It's not letting me
I
go
can't.
to that.
Oh, it must be Groovy's car. He must have drove out and parked there.
I don't think he
then
did
it
drive
finally
out.
just.
That's the weird part.
Oh, okay.
now it's gone. It's gone now.
Yeah.
Man, so what a turn of events. So I mean, basically only 2 people will go without points that are left here driving. So I mean, it's looking to be very racy because I would think that everybody is going to want to be obviously at least on some sort of points total going into the second round.
Oh, for sure. You definitely always want to start off the season strong, and a lot of people are in for a very good, strong result. Which I'm not surprised with some of the leaders up there. Jor's made up a lot of places here and stuff. I'm not sure how old his tires are. He's
on fresh, so basically everybody is on fresh tires.
Fresh. Okay, so everybody basically
Canadian Necktie has the oldest tires. He's on 5-lap old hards, but I don't think he'll have to pit.
Funneled. No one had no trouble under in the pit lane. No overtakes.
Right, so we're getting back to the restart here. Jonathan backing up the pack. Gelfie's staying really close, and I can tell you that Gelfie's definitely had some practice with this from our league race this week that we had, and he's going to be right beside Jonathan. There he's going. They're going.
He's going for it.
It's behind him in the toe. I'm getting the worst angle ever.
I know it.
There we go, that grass shot.
And he
might go for the move. No, he pulls out. Does everybody get through cleanly? I think everybody gets through cleanly.
Some 3-second penalties.
Azure makes it too wide, but I do think he keeps his P3 position. So yeah, Azure has made up 4 positions. Gelfie's made up 8. Tito falling down the order. Tito, it looks like he had a little bit of a moment. But also, J-Mick, since the restart, has made up. He was in last place on the restart. He's now in P9.
And he's about to
make up another.
Move on Carney. Is he gonna make a
It
move
doesn't look
here?
like he's gonna be quite there.
Oh,
He's
and
gonna
they
go
are
for the
very
switchback.
close.
Oh, I think he might have tapped him. Maybe, I'm not sure.
I think that. Oh, they queue up together and a little bit of a domino effect there.
A little bit of taps. I think they get through unscathed though.
And it looks like everybody's keeping it clean and they're cycling through here.
So yeah, it looks like Jonathan
And
already checking out.
Yeah, with a 1 second lead, 1+ second lead already.
So I am gonna peace out. You guys have fun back there.
You guys, bye. Have a good time.
But the interesting thing is you're sticking with Gelfie, staying just in that, 1 second gap that he's gonna need to be in if he wants to get the DRS come, maybe a lap or two. Not too sure when it'll be. Green lit for the DRS.
Open maybe lap 21. As we're already, but less than 10 laps to go. 9 laps already. David thinks about making a move there on him. And Azure has a moment, but he keeps it together.
Wow.
These two had a great battle for the win in our preseason test.
Oh, he's going for the move again. Oh no, he pulls back out of that move.
Uh-oh, and another yellow flag here. Looks like a little bit of a moment.
Oh, it's Canadian necktie in the Alfa Romeo.
Another moment. And
Unfortunate.
I don't see no damage though, but he drops all the way back into P11. And Jay McNubb at the P7, like you were saying, the restart started
very
last.
racy. Very racy right now.
And he's catching up to Rua very quick. Let's see if he can do something with it.
Yeah, I don't think.
Nat now with that 3 second penalty,
AlphaTauri does not get out of the hairpin very nicely, but I think he's gonna possibly lose a position. Now TC's not quite close enough, but going back up the grid. Yeah, so is yours still just barely sticking in? I'm not sure if he's gonna have the pace to really do much. I think Gelfie's possibly got the advantage over him right now.
Yeah, Gelfie does have a little bit of the ERS advantage, not much, almost even on ERS. I think
here we go. DRS is enabled now.
Hold the pace.
So it looks like Azure was pushing a little bit. He's now within 0.6, so he might be able to get something done here.
Closing up. He's about to get up in the DRS zone right here. He looked like he went a little slow through turn 1. DRS is open though. See if he can close something, but he's gonna have to watch out for David right behind him though, because David is looking very hungry.
It's very hard to attack when you have somebody. The McLaren's up.
The
McLaren's up.
And
He's DNF'd.
No.
Oh,
he is out of the race.
That is so unfortunate. So another DNF,
safety
and
car.
he was doing so well after that last restart.
No.
So another safety car. The boys, if they have a pair of softs, could go and put on a pair of softs. And look at this. Thunder's already in the pits. He's already actually put on a pair of softs. So again, only one person will not be in the points. So this is now, we've had 9 retirements. 9 retirements. This is wild. After such an insane quali. We've had 9 cars retire. Both of the Williams out of the race. The Mercedes out of the race. 1 McLaren out of the race. Both Ferraris. 1 Alfa Romeo. 1 Haas. And 1 Aston Martin out of the race. Like this is looking like Hungary 2.0 right now.
Yes, like you're saying, all you have to do now is just, if you're up there and keep your nose clean for the rest of the way, you're in for a good points total.
It looks like we've got a couple of penalties. Let's see what the penalties are looking at. 3 seconds to Nat and Krusty.
Curious of that, because that was right at the start of the last green flag when the safety car came in, so I'm wondering how they accrued them 3 second penalty right under green flag. I wonder if they try to make an overtake early.
Right. I'm not sure. I didn't see anything from the race director, and I think
Because
that
they were both close
David
together,
did have a white and black flag by his name, I think, and then possibly just served it under the pit stop. So, I mean, because I don't think he would have just dropped back that far. He was quite a bit higher up the field. So, this makes things again very interesting because
I'm
it looks like a lot of them didn't choose to pit.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering and stuff. A lot of people are not pitting here, so
you're gonna have a very, very racy David Chahoud. They're on softs in P9, and he's gonna have maybe 6 laps, maybe
Wow,
6 laps
laps to do
to
what he
try
can
to
do.
overtake several cars. So I mean, yeah, I'm not putting it beyond him, but
So it
he's gonna
might
have to
be
do
a
a
good
lot.
idea not to pit if you're up at the front, but if
Right.
I was maybe Tito on back,
I
I
would
think
be
I would go
pitting.
ahead
I
and try
agree.
to, yeah, go ahead and throw some softs on or something and try, because almost at that point you almost don't have much to lose. Well, it all depends though on how you feel and how much confidence you have.
Yeah,
But
Nat
I can
Hammer
see why
still
the
has the
leaders
fastest
are
lap as well.
not, especially Jonathan, the way he's been driving tonight, I can see why he decides not to pit because
Yeah.
he seems to be in a little bit of a league of his own right at the moment.
I mean, the mediums are only 5 laps old, so that means that they put them on around lap 16. I mean, they will do 13 laps. That's not overly difficult for them to do. So I mean,
Yeah, they will
him
for
knowing
sure
that
make it to the end.
nobody behind him, like directly behind him, is on a fresh pair, and yeah, seeing how he's been driving, I think yeah, he's probably pretty confident in staying on those same medium.
I am curious. Oh, so let's see. Okay, so yeah, Thunder has catch the pack, but it was just a little bit too late, so they will do another lap under safety car conditions, but it should end this lap though.
So that's even worse for David then. So he's only gonna get 5 laps, and probably 3 of those will have DRS.
Yeah, it looks like everybody's warming their tires up now. And we have some Kimi Räikkönens out there just straight lining it. Yep, safety car should be ending, I believe. So we should have 7 or roughly laps, 7 to 6 laps of great racing out here. I cannot wait to see how this is going to turn out right here.
I mean, if you think about this, what's even more interesting, J-Mick as a retired car still could end up with 1 point.
Potentially.
So that's yeah, because since Jonathan can't pick up a point and also Krusty or T can't pick up points, he is gonna get promoted into
Wow,
10th
he
place,
is going.
even
Wow,
as a retired car. So, as
one thing to
interesting as
keep
that is, yeah,
positive note.
yeah. I mean, at least he gets 1 point. If you're watching right now, J Mick, chin up, bud.
Chin up, keep your head up, head up.
Man, hopefully, I think
That
we
was
should
about
be
where I
coming in
used
this
to
lap.
reside.
I
That
mean,
was
yeah, J Mick
roughly
was
about my
doing
position.
so well before that safety car restart. It was. He had made what, like 3 or I think he started in
I
about
think
P11,
almost
maybe
5.
4 or 5 overtakes
Okay,
in the
yeah,
span of
4
like
roughly
1 or 2
overtakes.
laps. So it was a really good start to him, and then just think he got a little bit too comfortable. Maybe he hasn't done enough practice on degrading tires. So Jonathan again backing up this pack.
I was gonna say backing it up quite a bit. Everybody's getting jumbled up here. This might have been how some of the penalties acquired.
All right, I think he goes early this time. He
and
switches
it
it up.
goes though. And he is
He's
gonna
not going to be too
dip
close.
out.
Azur's going to go for the move. Azur and Nat are side by side.
How are they gonna turn out into turn 1?
Ooh, Nat breaks later.
Down to the inside.
Nat has the line. Nat has the line. Great racing. Nat, I believe, got the overtake done there. He does have a 3-second penalty. Let's remember that though.
Oh, and Alpha
Yellow flag.
spins around.
That's the AlphaTauri. So Thunder back into the points. Canadian Necktie in 10th. David in 7th already, so he's working his way through, and he might be already looking for a move here on the Haas of Tito Sampson. But it looks like the front 3 have calmed down. Azur is still staying pretty close.
A Canadian goes ahead and acquires a 3-second penalty there.
Unfortunate.
But yeah, they are quite close right here. Yeah, the pack and Nat right behind him. Azur is right there.
I think Nat might be in some danger when DRS comes back online. We'll see. It'll be a really interesting battle. And I know that these guys have a personal
move on Tito.
They have like a personal battle as well. They really don't like losing to each other. But yeah,
Well,
let's
none of
see.
us do.
Nat,
No one likes to lose.
so Gelfie is 1.3 seconds behind Jonathan, so he's already lost the DRS. If Nat can somehow stay in the DRS here, and he's actually gaining a little bit on Gelfie here, this could get really, really interesting. As we have another retirement, I don't believe that'll lead to a safety car. I think it's too late.
No, the Krusty T went ahead and retired off the track. Looked like he had a little bit of a moment.
So let's
Looks
see.
like we're still racing
We're still close
here.
here.
Trying to close the gap, but I don't think he's going to get there.
Nothing
but
happening.
Knack, you are correct. Knack is almost there. And if DRS, I think will be enabled next lap. If he can stay within that, like you were saying.
Yeah, he's catching. He's definitely catching. Maybe Gelfie is just saving up some ERS. He does have 67%, whereas Nat has 44. So maybe he's just kind of waiting for his moment to start really pushing, knowing that he probably won't catch Jonathan Dunk. He's going to more so be needing to defend.
Nat
has a moment.
Though, and Azure,
that might open the door. Azure's closing it. Yes, he's going to be in front.
About it. Is he going to dip down to the
inside?
No,
I think he's got the position
yet,
done.
But David is right there too.
But I think DRS is definitely going to make a difference. David in P5 on those brand new softs is right on the back of Azure.
Pardon me. Yeah, David with them softs, like you're saying, so racy. That was a good move for him. Wow.
I mean, Nat staying in the DRS still of Gelfie is going to probably do wonders for him in this race. DRS enabled. Here we go. Last 3 laps.
Gonna go ahead and try to dip down to the inside already on Azure, and I don't think Azure's gonna be able to defend it.
He can't.
No, he's not.
I mean, and I think he's gonna easily get past Nat as well.
Looks like Thunder gets past Tito too as well back there. Nice move for Thunder. Oh, and they're racing hard here, very close. Let's see as they funnel down into 5, 6, and 7, the downhill. Where you got 3 laps remaining, and the field is barely separated.
Nat might have made a mistake there. Nat might have made a mistake. He might have just opened the door for David, but he does.
And I think he did.
Oh, he goes deep. He goes deep.
He goes
deep. He's gonna go through the barrier. He's gonna definitely. I don't know if David will be able to get past here, but. He's gonna go for it. He gets the jump done.
Does make the move.
What a move from David on those fresh softs. But Nat's gonna try to defend a little bit, but I don't think on those softs he can.
That was an interesting move for Nat, pulling back on track there. I guess he had enough space there, but definitely had a huge moment in front of him there.
Now, technically, obviously, Gelfie has the win. David in P2, Nat in P3, while Jonathan just continues to run away with this race.
Almost 4 seconds. Wow.
And when we look at it from the team perspective, Red Bull right now almost looking to pull in the most amount of points. 10 points, I mean, not the most amount, because obviously I think the Gelfie will pull in the full 25, but still, in terms of constructors, I mean, I think a lot of guys are going to regret possibly this race when it comes down to it, and not being able to get some points in this one. But continuing on, we
might have a battle here for the technical lead, and David's going to go ahead and make the pass.
David takes it.
And he's going to dip down to the inside, and Gelfie can't not defend that. Beautiful move there by David.
So it looks like he is making all of them regret not pitting under that last safety car, because David just easily got from P9 back into P2, which is the provisional lead of the race.
There's still 2 laps left. I don't think he'll be able to, which it won't matter, like you're saying, honestly, because he should, if he keeps his nose clean now, should take home the win. But I don't think he could catch Jonathan. But like you're saying, I think everybody else is going to rethink that now on hindsight and think, wow, softs were the right idea. I mean, you had 7 laps left to go, and you've seen how the moves David has made. Drove through the field.
I mean, he's had one hell of a race. I mean, as well as I was kind of surprised. I think Azure really kind of. I think something must have happened towards the end. It seemed like he really fell off with his pace. Because I had a lot more had a lot more
It
faith in
could,
him to be able to, challenge Gelfi and also Nat for, a podium here.
for sure, for sure. Yeah, it could be like which Net is in the same boat, controller. I wonder if them tires are just falling off a little bit, weren't able to manage it
Right.
quite enough. So, but they did have 2 safety cars under these mediums, so they shouldn't have too much wear. What lap did you say they put them on? Roughly 17? Lap 18?
Yeah, so, I mean, David's got 5-lap-old softs, and then the rest of them, 3 through 5 have 11-lap-old mediums.
Okay, so roughly lap 17. So they should be starting to fall off a little bit, and probably more for the controller players. I don't know if Azure looks like he's closing the gap though. He's within 0.2 of a second on that.
Yeah, so he might
And
be able
he
to make a move
might-
here. It'll be interesting to see because this is big for the
Which
points
would
here.
be technically a podium position
Right.
in the points. Oh, and he has to check up a tiny bit going into the DRS section. The home straight is going to be the final lap of the race.
Here we go. So the big battle here is for a provisional P3 between Nat and Azure.
And
But Nat's
Nat's
going
gonna
for the
dip
move
down
on
to the
Gelfi.
inside.
Gelfi might get the cutback though. No, Nat picks up a
Nat's
3-second
gonna make a
penalty.
stick, and he's got a 6
That's
second
basically
penalty.
killed his race right there. So the
Wow.
Alpine still, he has no DRS,
Oh, and
but
he's
he's
still
trying to keep
fighting.
hold of it.
Gelfi and
Gelfi.
Azure are fighting tough. Wheel to wheel there.
Oh, Azure!
There's a moment!
Azure!
Oh, he spins it!
Azure
Is he gonna
spins
be able to keep it?
on the
He
last
keeps it
lap.
safe, but he's gonna lose.
He's
so
gonna
many
fall
positions
all the
there.
way down the order. And that is
Wow.
heartbreaking.
And Brua goes past Thunder. P7 though still.
That is heartbreaking for Azure.
Super
Looks like Thunder may have
unfortunate.
also had a moment here. Canadian might be able to pick up something, but oh man, that has just promoted obviously Carney into P5. Rua is now in P6, Thunder in P7, Canadian P8, Tito P9, Azure in that lonely P10 position. I mean,
And for the
he's
final
probably,
Jonathan Dunk comes around and he's gonna go ahead and take the W
and
as a
David
reserve
Chahoud
driver.
passes the finish line as well, taking the first, I guess, win of the
Goes ahead
season.
and drops back now, but that penalty is going to drop him back
Yeah, that
all the way to
penalty
5th
is-
place.
Yeah, they were pretty close. So technically,
You're
our
correct.
podium is
David is going to be the winner, correct?
Yeah, David and now Gelfi as well. Wow, I'm still just kind of in shock over Azure's spin and also J-Mix spin. Like, wow.
That is so
At that
costly.
point in the
Azure
race.
was in. I think he was DRS. He was probably going to make the move
It had to be the
within
dirty
a
air.
few corners, and then that was going to put him. What was that? P3, which would be
Yeah.
points now. Oh, that's a tough one for Azure right there. That one's going to sting.
All right, let me get the invites out. So obviously, as we see here, J-Mick will finish in. No, I think he'll finish in. Well, we'll see after. But P1, Jonathan Dunk. P2, David Gelfi in third. TC, Total Carney in fourth. Nat Hammer in fifth. P6, Rua. P7, Tito. P8, Thunder. P9, Canadian Necktie. P10, Azure. Crustier T finishing in at P11. P12, J-Mick. Groovy in that P13. Milky in P14. Let's see if we can go down here. Not So Vapor in 15. West Echo in 16. Bio in 17th. Power Up in 18th. Routine Lick in 19th. And in last place, unfortunately, we have Joe McFly. So, I mean, the major winner from that is obviously Gelfi. He started in 10th place and now takes a P2.
And another good drive, too, for David Chahoud, showing why he's one of the better drivers. And Carney as well and stuff. So consistent. Stayed up there. Rua, another good drive, too. Started in 12th, P6. A lot of good drives out there. A lot of people just, if you kept your nose clean, you were in for a good day. And a lot of unfortunate right there. Like you were saying, Azure was almost right there, about to secure so many valuable points in the Red Bull constructors and for the drivers. And super unfortunate that that happened on the last lap.
All right, so I'm gonna get invites out to the podium. Second here.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good race.
That was a good race. I was kind of, I'm still a little bit disappointed with how many DNFs
DNF.
we had, but I
Mhm.
mean, yeah, no, that was a great race for sure.
Mhm.
Hopefully, yeah, like I said kind of earlier on, hopefully some of the boys like just rethink a little bit of the way they approach the races because yeah, I think a lot of them were on for fantastic races and just kind of got a little bit um too
Yeah, a little
hasty.
aggressive there.
Let's see here. We're gonna wait for the drivers to shuffle in. We're gonna take a quick intermission, and we'll be back with the interview. All right, so it actually looks like we do not have any post-race interviews for you guys this time around, but be sure to check back in with us Wednesday next week. We have round 2 at Spain, same time, Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And yeah, it was a great race today, so hopefully we have a even better one next week. You have anything? You have anything to leave us off on, Celestial?
No, no. Like you're saying, great racing from the boys and stuff. A lot of DNFs out there, but that it's still early for first race of the season and stuff. I'm sure driving styles will adjust, but we're obviously in for some exciting, close racing all season long, though.
All right. Yeah, you guys have a great one out there. Thank you for watching. If you guys